In today's media, video is definitely the most popular platform consumed today. Everybody you know watches videos, and every vlogger you follow or filmmaker has the next big camera, or lens, or rig, or explosion, or special effect, or new actor to make theirs the best possible. But the presentation that I want to give today is that the most important parts of video are not in fact what you see, but what you hear. As you're scrolling through Facebook or YouTube, you'll come across hundreds of thousands of videos with varying video or audio quality. But what you may notice, for the most part, is as long as you can hear clearly, you can deal with the low quality video, maybe something like a home video style effect. Now, a lot of films or documentaries or mockumentaries will use this creatively with their home videos. As long as they have that pristine audio, you can still be engaged and involved in the message. But if the audio is bad, then there's no point in sitting through this narrative. If I sat you down in front of the new Avengers film for 3 hours with this quality audio, no matter how good it looked, you would get up and walk out of the film. The point is, it doesn't matter how good the shot is, if the audio is bad or non-existent. Now, this is an idea you probably already knew. Maybe it's not something you've consciously discussed, but it's something you've at least subconsciously been aware of. Now, filmmakers, writers, directors understand just how important what we hear influences how we feel. That's why so much effort is put into who speaks and how they sound. But this phenomenon extends far beyond just voices. Music and sound design play huge roles in getting emotional reaction out of what we see on screen. That's why what you feel when you see this advert before film is not a coincidence. It was designed so that the sounds of the popcorn and the cold drink would make you want just that, salty popcorn and a Coke. Sound influences our emotions just as much, if not more, than what colors and words do. Horror films are notorious for using sounds to control how you feel, using loud noises to startle you, or drone noises to unsettle you, or even the absence of sound to drive you absolutely bonkers. Much of how you feel when you watch commercials or movies or when you hear radio ads was audio engineered to create those exact emotions in you. Now I want to take this idea about how sound influences what you feel and also add upon it by saying what you hear also influences what you see and what you think. Now you may have seen videos of sound designers creating something called Foley, or specially designed sound effects. Now when Foley is created, its depth, its volume, its location, or even what's making the sound, all plays a role in how we perceive a story or an idea. I have this video clip from a YouTube channel called Nerdwriters that'll help you see what I'm trying to explain here using a clip from Steven Spielberg's film, Munich.
We all know that movies have only two ways into your brain, through your eyes and through your ears. But if you've ever had the chance to edit a movie or a short film or even a small video, it quickly becomes apparent that when you're watching something, these two senses are weirdly interconnected. The visual side of film gets most of the attention because it's right in front of you, and it's usually what you remember after a movie is over. But in many ways, the visuals are simply the face of the operation, while the audio is actually the puppet master, the one that really holds the power. Okay, let me show you what I mean. Take a look at this scene right here. So what does Spielberg want you to pay attention to here? These people walking by and this car passing? No, it's not what Spielberg wants. It's what I want, since that was the sound design I just made for that shot. Here's what the actual shot sounds like.
Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. When it died, all he left me was
Besides being infinitely better, it's easy to notice how the sound really affects what you see and from what perspective you see it. In my version, the shot had an omniscient third-person point of view. In the real version, as soon as the audio starts, you're placed in a perspective. The first thing you hear is a conversation from street level, so even though the long lens is fixed on Eric Bana, you know the moment is taking place on the ground. Then to drive the point home, you hear Daniel Craig singing The Temptations, and the vocal recording is close, intimate, even though you never go inside the car. That's enough to put you there. Then the car that you're really supposed to pay attention to, the black one, parks, and the sound of it parking jumps out in the mix. Just like you wouldn't hear Daniel Craig in that way from where the camera is, you wouldn't hear the car that clearly, but the sound design picks these things out to tell a specific story.
Papa was a rolling stone.
Steve, shut up.
The point here is that in film, you really do see with your ears more than you think. And sound doesn't mind that image gets the credit, because a key to the power of sound design is its invisibility. If dialogue sounds close, then you are close to the person who's speaking it, wherever they are.
My brothers were killed. My papa and my sister were both hanged.
As you can see from this clip, a large amount of what we see, feel, and think relies upon what we hear and how audio is presented to us. What we see and how we think can be influenced by what we hear. What I want you to take away from this video is a new tool that you can add to your set of media literacy skills. This is your knowledge of how audio from films, movies, commercials, radio, and music can influence how you feel and how you think, and how you can take this knowledge to help you make better media choices. Thank you.